Good morning. Look, hey, good morning. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Wait, y'all. Look like I got this black backdrop up and I didn't take it down, and so I'm trying to make sure it looks like I'm coming in and out with the light. Right? It's black on black on black on black, all this other good stuff like that. But good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? Good morning. Y'all know it's a Tuesday, right? So y'all know what happens on a Tuesday is Titan in the morning. Y'all come on in and come talk to me. TikTok, y'all tap the middle of that screen, blow them hearts up over there. YouTube, Facebook, Insta, Twitter, X, Podbean. Y'all show me some thumbs up. Y'all show me some hearts. Y'all show me some love. Show me all that good stuff this morning. All of that good stuff this morning. Look, I want us to be on it this morning. I want us to have it this morning. I want us to be in enjoyment and love. Thank you so much for the roses. Thank you so much, baby love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you with that. That's what I'm talking about. Let's start this morning off right. Yes, let's start this morning off right. Titan is in the house today. We're going to start this morning. Look, let me tell y'all, it's Tuesday. Y'all know what we do. It's Titan in the morning. Y'all tell a friend, and tell a friend. That's what y'all do. Come on in, and y'all know how we do in the morning. We get in, we say good morning, we love, we do all of what we do. Yes, that's what we do this morning. So y'all grab your cups. Now look, my cup is going to look a little different today. Okay, it's going to look just a little different today because I really wanted some coffee, but I didn't have any creamer for my coffee. I know, right? So I got some honey, but I had to go ahead on and start the show. So we're going to just leave that where it's at, right? But I can sip on some good old H2O, right? At my Titan in the morning tumbler. Titan in the morning tumbler. Yes, indeed. I can sip just like that. Okay. Thank you so much. Hey, welcome in. Good morning. Hey, Sherry. Good morning. Thank you so much. So, y'all, it is Tuesday. It's Titan in the morning. This is what we're going to do this morning. This is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to get in where we fit in. But y'all tap the middle of that screen. Y'all show me some love. Show me some thumbs up. Show me some hearts. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Do all of that good stuff. Can y'all do that for me today? Can y'all do that for me today? Yes, indeed. Now, here's the thing. My topic this morning, right, is going to be if you don't want it, don't pick it up. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. That's my topic this morning. All right, y'all with me this morning? Come on, because if you don't want it, don't pick it up. That's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying to you. Some of you are probably saying to yourself, good morning. Hey, why were you? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Hey, good morning to you. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Let's see, who was that? Oh, okay, gotcha. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Podbean, good morning. Good morning. Look, I want to put that in because sometimes you can't see me, you can't hear me. What's happening? Okay. What's this? We can't get a sample. Hey, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Good morning. All right, Grizz. Good morning. Good morning. Yvette, good morning. So, y'all, if y'all are just now joining me, if y'all are just now getting in, this is what y'all do. This is how y'all do it. This is how we say good morning here at Titan in the Morning. We say good morning. And what I want to tell you that it's a whole lot of O's and R's and INGs that we put in that good morning, right? All right, Beyondre, good morning. And that's how we do it. So we say it like this, good morning, but we write it, right? We put it in the comments with a whole lot of O's and R's and INGs, okay? So that's what we do. So y'all come on in and come talk to me this morning. So our topic is, if you don't want it, don't pick it up. And somebody said, can we still get a sample? You know what? Look, and we're going to talk about that because a lot of times we pick stuff up, because we want it, right? We think we want it, but then once we get it, we really don't want it, right? We really don't want it. Y'all blow that hearts up over there and make sure that everything is good, okay? Y'all blow them hearts up. Let me take these glasses off just for a second because I want to be able to do a little something here. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's better. All right. So y'all come on in, and that's what our topic is this morning. TikTok, y'all tap the middle of that screen, blow that heart up over there. Tap, 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 tippity tap, tap, tap over there. YouTube, Facebook, Insta, X, because that's what they call it now. Y'all show me some thumbs up, some hearts. Podbean, I didn't forget about you. Good morning, Podbean. Y'all go ahead on and let me know what's going on over there with some thumbs up and some hearts and some follows. Tell a friend, right? Subscribe and do all of those good things. I thank y'all so much for what y'all do for me. Now, here's the thing, right? So I was watching the news this morning. And it's crazy how, what's the word I'm looking for? How sometimes the news can bring you down, right? And I know it's the news, and I know that we need the news. I know that we got to have the news. But sometimes you're watching the news and you're just like, oh, man, you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, wait, what is happening? Rael said, love the black is given. That's what I mostly wear. Indeed, I tried to. So look, y'all. I'm getting back to the news because on the news, it said that it was 58 degrees outside, right? So I said today, okay, then, well, I'm going to put on me a good old turtle, a good old turtleneck. Put on me a little piece by Sheila Speaks for Gemstone. And yeah, I'm going to do the black on black on black real quick, right? So I'm watching the news and they tell me that's 58 degrees, but then the actual news was talking about it was a shooting and it was something else that happened, and I was just sitting here saying to myself saying, I said, man, this is taking me down. Like, you know how you need a pick me up, right? After that, I had to go and listen to one of my good gospel songs. Good morning, D. Good morning. I had to go and listen to one of my good gospel songs. I had to put on a little bit of music to get me bobbing. You know what I'm saying? Because just that quick, I was taken from here down to here, right? And so I know that the news is there for you. I know that the news is supposed to give you what you need and keep you up to date, but sometimes the news can be a big drag on you. Like, it can drag you down, it can take you down. So I thought this morning, I said, so what do I do, right? What do I do? When I get on in the morning with you all, I am good morning, good vibes, high energy, because sometimes in our lives, we are always at the bottom. It always feels like we just can never get up and we can never go. So what I'm saying this morning is, make sure that along with everything else that's happening in your life, that you take a moment and have something that you enjoy, that you love, something that gives you that gratification that, okay, things may be bad, but I'm still on a trajectory. I'm still going up. I'm still good, because what we'll do is we'll dip right throughout the day. We'll dip. But here's my thing. After that newscast, I went over, I was like, hold on, I got to hear a little something. You know what I'm saying? I put on a little Missy Elliott. What? And then it was like, oh, okay, I'm good. Then I put on one of my gospel songs, which I love, by Mary, Go Get Your Blessing. And you kind of like, oh, okay, I'm there. But get that song or get that feeling or get that energy that you have on reserve right here, just in case you dip, just in case you go down, just in case you started off on a 10 and now you at a 4. Get something or have something that's going to take you back up and make sure that you are good. Okay. Rael said, yes, it be needing me to pick me up from time to time. I'll be needing to pick me up from time to time. So I know what you mean. Exactly. Sometimes you got to get on up, right? Sometimes you have to do what you have to do in order to make sure that you are good. You know what? And then, you have things like this. This is a pick me up for me. Thank you so much. Say, get to the point, dude. I'm at the point. The point is, it's tight in the morning and I'm talking. That's the point. That's the point. Look, y'all. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to grab your cups because we're going to talk about the topic this morning. The topic is, if you don't want it, don't pick it up. Just like this comment right here. This comment was like, get to the point, dude. I don't want it, so I'm not picking it up. So I'm not going to give it any more of that. But this is what I'm saying. The topic this morning is, if you don't want it, don't pick it up. Sometimes what we do is we go and we pick up things that we truly don't want, but we think we need it because somebody else had it. Y'all hold on to that. Come on, let's sip. Hold on. There it is right there. That's the part right there. Y'all come on and sip with me. Now, for those of you all who are new to this, for those of you all who are just seeing and hearing and feeling me for the first time, here in Texas, in Houston at Titan in the Morning, we call that a sip, right? It may look like a slurp. It may sound like a slurp. It may even feel like a slurp. But what I want to tell you, that's a sip. That's how we sip here. Hey, Ladiva. Hey, good morning. She said, yes. Hey, Ladiva. Good morning. Hold on. Now, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all may think I got a little nip in here. This is not a nip. This is straight H2O. This is agua. This is water. This is libation. That's all it is in here, right? All right, Ladiva said, you better sip. Don't pick up extra baggage when it's not necessary. That point. A lot of times what we do, and that's going with the topic, a lot of times what we do is we go pick up stuff. So if you don't want it, don't pick it up. I'm getting to it, y'all. Hold on a second. D said, have a blessed day. I will come back again to hear your good words. All right, D, you have a blessed day. Go ahead on and make that money. Make that money, okay? Go on and get that change, that dinero, that chucho, those douche marks. So, yeah. Because it's a sip and not a slurp. Look, y'all. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. So y'all know I'm having a conversation, right? And the conversation goes a little something like this. Well, I'm doing this and I'm doing, and so y'all, and so somebody said to me, Titan, it sounds like you're talking about the same thing again and again and again. And I said, no, what I'm talking about, and it may be similar. It may be similar. So I'm not even going to trip with that. But life is lifing. And a lot of times people are going through life, right? People are going through issues and problems and concerns the same as we are, but they don't have, you feel me? They don't have a outlet or some way to get it out. So I'm here. And what I do is I take it on. So yes, it's always going to be similar because life is life. Life is going to do what life is going to do, right? Hey, Willie, good morning. Life is going to do what life is supposed to do. So what we do is that we sometimes don't speak about what's going on in our lives because we figure that we're the only ones that are going through it or nobody wants to hear it. So y'all know me. I'm here and I want to hear it, right? I want to have a conversation because I could possibly learn something. You could possibly learn something. The universe could possibly learn something that we didn't know before. So that's what I really want to do. So anyways, I'm having this conversation. And in this conversation, the person says to me, well, I did this because this is what I'm supposed to do, right? I was put on this earth to do this and to do that and to be this, and God didn't make a mistake and this and that. And I was listening and I was saying, okay, that's sort of like what I'm always preaching, or excuse me, yeah, preaching, or what I'm always saying, or that's my mantra. And so they said, well, yes, Titan, I listened to you and you said, this and that. And I said, well, here's the thing though, right? Okay, let me back up because I don't want y'all to think I cut this person off, right? The person we had a whole conversation. We had actually 2-hour conversation. Right. And the majority of the conversation was them trying to justify why this person or this thing or this issue was still happening in their lives. And so this is what I said, right? After the conversation. Oh, y'all want me to give you the story? Okay, hold on. Let me give you the story. Okay, picture it. All right, Houston, 19. So the person says to me, well, Titan, I have this issue with what's happening in my world right now, right? And what's happening in my world right now is that I don't feel as if I'm in control. And I said, okay, all right. Explain to me, well, not explain, but expound on that, right? Like, why do you feel like you're not in control? Well, I've done this. I've moved here. I have this friend of mine that's staying with me, and they have become a problem. They have become a nuisance. They're not working right now. They were working in the beginning, but they're not working now. And then now they're in my house and they won't get out. And then my job is not what I think it should be. I feel like I'm doing all of the work, but I'm getting none of the praise or the accolades. Everybody else is getting it. People are getting promoted over me. Financially, I'm not well. You know, I'm doing this and doing that. And I said, okay. And they said, well, Tight, I know you're going to go ahead on and y'all to fix my life. So what's my problem? You know, how bad am I? And I said, well, I just want to know where you are. Like, right. You know what I mean? Like, are you okay? Because what we do in life, sometimes we take on other things, right? We bring them to our table or we bring them to our door, and then we just leave them there because we picked them up. And then the person said to me, well, Titan, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? What I mean by that is if you don't want it, don't pick it up. Here's what we do. Now, remember in the beginning, this person said that they were put on this earth to do this. This is what they are supposed to do. Now, I believe that your purpose is your purpose. And I don't believe that anybody can take that purpose from you. But sometimes we mask Captain Saver with purpose. Hold on. Hold on. Some of y'all didn't catch that because y'all over there in the mezzanine. I need y'all to be up front. Some of y'all didn't catch that. We mask Captain Saver. You feel me? With purpose. Your purpose is your purpose. Remember what I said before. You're always going to be purpose adjacent. Purpose is always going to be here because that is your purpose. That's your life. You were put on this earth to have and to do and to be. Purpose adjacent. You're always going to have your purpose. Purpose is going to pop in and pop out, pop in and pop out, because at some point you're going to be ready for your purpose. But right now you may not be ready. Okay, let's hold that over here, right? Captain Saver is you want to save everybody, but everybody is not your saving grace. Everybody is not supposed to be saved by you. Okay? Purpose adjacent. Everybody's not supposed to be saved by you. What we have to do is understand where we're at. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. But what we do is we pick it up because we have been conditioned to believe that we can save everybody and everything, that we have been put on this earth to save everybody from everything. And that is not true because you can't even save yourself. Well, Titan, that's kind of harsh. You didn't have to talk to me like that. You didn't have to. Whoa. I'm not talking to you any kind of way. What I'm saying is, and this is me speaking. Good morning. This is me speaking. Hey, elbow grease. Oh, I got it. Okay, then. Good morning. Okay. This is me speaking, right? I'm talking about I statements. I was trying to save everybody. I was trying to make sure that everybody got it. Hey, Victoria, good morning. I was making sure that I was saving because that's what I was told. That's what I was, how I was raised. I have to save you, right? And 9 times out of 10, I got to save you from yourself. And I'm talking about me. I couldn't even save myself. So how am I going to save him, her, them, they, friend, family, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, mama, daddy? How can I save you and I can't even save myself? Right? If you don't want it, don't pick it up. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. And this is what I mean by it, right? Because what we do is we mask it as Captain Saver. I got to save you. So I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to go save you, even though you didn't ask me to, even though you didn't say, Titan, please save me. You didn't say that. What you said was you was going through some ish and you got some problems. And then here I come flying in on my Captain Saver plane, and I'm about to save you. I'm about to save you. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. And what I mean by that, right, is that what we do is we pick up things that we don't want. We pick up things that we think that we need, and we truly don't want it because we don't need it. And I said we don't need it. And what I had to realize in my life is that I was constantly picking up things that was trash. I was constantly picking up things that I didn't need. I was constantly picking up things that were bad for my life. You with me? And I was constantly doing this because this is what I believe was my purpose. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I wasn't put on this earth to do what I do, right? But that comes with some knowledge and understanding that not everything is for you. Not everything is your ministry. Not everything is your ministry. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. Because what we do is we go and we pick it up and then we complain about it. We complain about it later because we picked it up. They didn't tell us to pick it up. They came to us with their problems and their issues and their concerns, right? But we picked it up. They didn't say pick it up, but we picked it up. And what we do is all of a sudden we say, you don't have to worry about nothing. I'm going to block everything from you. I got you. And the reality of it is that you don't have yourself. You don't have no room for them because you barely got room for yourself. And let's be honest, when you picked it up, you didn't want it, but you felt obligated to do it because you felt like that was your salvation. That was your saving grace. That was going to be your purpose. That's your ministry. And that is not. Your ministry is to understand and to know who, where, and when, who to pick up, who to go to, who to save, right? Where are you in this moment? Right now, I'm in a moment that I can't even survive myself. So how am I going to do that? And when? Who, what, when? When does it end? I picked them up, but when does it end? Because the reality of it is that I didn't give you any expectations. I didn't say anything in the beginning when I picked you up. Now we are 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road, and now you are a problem. But I knew you were a problem when I picked you up because you had already explained to me how you had done this 2, 3, 4 times before. You explained to me how it's been 2, 3, 4, 5 years that this has been happening to you. Blink, 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 blink. The red flag. But I picked you up. But if you don't want it, don't pick it up. And what I mean by that wholeheartedly, and I'm going to come back to this again, is that if you don't want the heartache, the pain, the struggle, whatever it is, do not pick it up. Do not pick it up. You feel me? You ever seen someone that's down and out, that's downtrodden, that's never been, but they will get with somebody else that's downtrodden and never been, and they will be okay with being downtrodden and never been? It's what it is. And I'm not sitting up here pointing the finger and telling you that you cannot have or you cannot do and you cannot be. But what I'm saying is, if you don't want it, don't pick it up. That means down the road, you're going to have to be called to the carpet, right? As we used to say in the military, toe the line. You're going to have to answer for that thing that you picked up. That's another mouth to feed. That's another person that's in your life that's not doing anything. And I'm talking about the conversation that me and the person was having, because this person is in their house now and they can't get rid of them. Well, Titan, you sound like you're blaming me. And I said, why does it always have to be a blame? You're responsible for you. This is not a blame game. You are responsible for you. And so if you are going to be responsible for you, be responsible for you. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. But what we have to do is be real with ourselves. We went over there and picked it up because we thought that we were going to do a great thing. And all of a sudden, our lives were going to change and everything was going to be roses and smelling good. And yes, I'm living the life. And you found out that it is not that at all. You found out that you stuck. You in some ish all the way up to your elbows. How did I get here? Why am I here? Because I picked it up and I didn't want it. And I'm going to do one better. I didn't need it. I didn't need it for my salvation. I didn't need it for my healing. I didn't need it for my purpose. You feel me? I didn't need it. And a lot of times what we do is we say to ourselves, I need it, right? That's not what you need. Because let me tell you something. When you need it, when it comes from the master, when it comes from the higher power, when it comes from the universe, you won't have to question what it is because it's going to be smack dab in your face. This is what you need, not what I want. I wanted you to tell me that I did good. I wanted you to tell me that I saved you. I wanted you to tell me that I am on purpose. I wanted that. I didn't need it. I wanted that. And a lot of times what we do is we do that constantly. We continue it. How many times this week, and we only in Tuesday, did you say, I must do this? I have to do this. And then you proceed to invite it in. You proceed to pick it up. You proceed to keep going. And although it's hard, although it's causing problems, although you are standing back there and you are crying and you don't understand why it's happening and what's going on, although you're going through all of that, you continue. You picked it up and you brought it home. You brought it home, your life. That's what you did. You brought it into your life. When I say bring it home, you brought it into your life. Hey, Willie. Willie says sometimes people don't really need to be saved. They just want the attention. And that part. Okay. Elbow said you came onto my FYP for a reason. Thank you. And thank you, Elbow. I appreciate that. Victoria said keyword master. Indeed. Royale said, exactly. I'm guilty of that. Always making sure everyone else is good. Answering Elbow. Elbow said avoidance of taking care of your own mess. That part. And we can't help ourselves because we are too busy helping everybody else. Come on, Wild Royale. That part right there. Victoria said, I definitely understand. Right. We help those who help us. Right. And then, so sometimes, hey, good morning. Good morning. They say, good morning, sunshine. Hey, good morning. I like that. Call me some sunshine. I'm bright and I'm blinging. Yes, indeed. Look, sometimes what we do is we bring it into our house, right? Our lives. And then we complain about the person or the place or the thing. They didn't ask to come in. You picked it up. They didn't ask to come in. You picked it up. So now that you are here, now that you have them, right? This person, place, or thing, now that it's here, what do? What you do is be real with yourself. Be real with yourself that you didn't want it in the beginning, but you picked it up because you felt like you was obligated. Be real with yourself about where you are in this process right now. Be real with yourself was that when you first picked it up, you thought you were doing a good thing, but the red flags were already there. Be real with yourself that you can't even save yourself right now, but you want to feel like you're saving somebody else so that you feel good. about where you are in your life. Now, I'm not saying that you are not put on this earth to do. I'm not saying that. And please understand when I say this, because somebody said, oh, well, Titan, you sound like you telling me that I'm not doing what I was supposed to do. I don't know what your ministry is or what your purpose is, right? But I do know that your purpose and your ministry is not going to hide way deep down in the depths under a rock where you have to go and your purpose is always purpose adjacent. You already know what your purpose is. But I do believe that you have to go through some things in order to understand, in order to truly get your purpose. But I don't believe that you should be going through this every single day, 24/7, 365. I don't believe it. And so this person said to me, well, this is what I deserve because I did this and I did that and I did this. And I said, so you believe that this is your punishment? You believe that you went out and picked up something and brought it home and that's your punishment? You are in control. This is your car, right? You're in the driver's seat. You get in the driver's seat 10 and 2, right? You feel what I'm saying? And you sit up and you pay attention to the road. The road, sometimes people break down on the side of the road, but you're not supposed to stop and help every single person that breaks down on the side of the road. That's just real talk. And y'all can say that that's mean, Titan, that's nasty, but think about it in your life. On this journey, there will be people that will come up. There will be people that are broken down on the side of the road. There will be people that will need love and life and laughter. There will be people that will need money and success and all of this. But you are not supposed to stop and pick up every single one of them. Rely on your spirit. That discerning spirit. Understand that you have that EWS, that early warning spirit. You already have that in you. Know what's for you and what's not for you. But you cannot do that, right? But you cannot do that. You with me? You can't do it if you don't even know where you are. If you don't even understand where you're at. Because how can we not be able to save ourselves, but we're able to save everybody else? Y'all, hold on a second. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. I think I got something. Hold on. Okay. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Boy. Woo. Okay, feelings said make it make sense. Victoria said make it make sense. While Royale said feelings. Royale said sometimes we do it because we feel like we don't. God will punish us alone the way so we lack our feelings. And you know what? And so let's see. So and I'm glad you made the comment, because what we all figure sometimes is that we are out of pocket, right? We are not where we're supposed to be. We are not with on our journey to salvation and for peace and things like that. But just because you do not pick something up, that doesn't mean that you are not going to be blessed in your life and go forward. What that means is, right? What that means is that you are on your purpose and you are doing what you're supposed to do. But the main thing is here. What about you? You're picking them up, but what are you doing for you? You ever heard the saying that I fixed you, but I'm still broken? I helped you out. I got you from point A to point F, right? But I'm still stuck at point B. I haven't got past that myself. But I feel good because I was able to get you to your point. But I'm still stuck over here. And I know, Titan, that's a little selfish. Call it what you will. Call it what you may. But the reality of it is that you are it. You didn't want it in the beginning, but you felt that you needed to pick it up. You didn't want to because you already know what's happening. You already know what the deal is. I tell people all the time, first time, shame on you, right? Second time, shame on me because I should have noticed what it was, but it won't be a third time, right? People say, oh, well, you can give them a chance. You know, people can change and people can do, but I want to say this to you. 9 times out of 10, if somebody do you one way and they do you bad and you forgive them, and then the second time it comes around, you already see what it is. You already know what it is. You can smell it a mile away. You can smell it a mile away and you go ahead and you pick it up. That's on you. That's not on them. You are no longer able to blame them from what it was because they showed you who they were in the beginning. But now you have picked it up again. And this is on you. And you have to stand here and say, I am responsible. This is me. Willie said, was it something you deserved or something that you desired? And that's the point. That's the point. We want to be Captain Saver. Something I desired. I desired to save you. I desired to feel as if I mean something in this world. I desired to tell you, you know what? God loves me. That's my desire. It's not what I deserved. Because God loves me, I got to love everybody. I got to do this because that's the only way that I'm going to see God. That's the only way I'm going to have salvation. For a young boy to be told that he would never, and I'm using I statements, that he would never see God. God doesn't like you. You are nasty. This is wrong. So I go off into this world saying that I got to save you. How else am I going to get to heaven? How else am I going to live? How else am I going to be? How else is God going to love me? I got to save you. I got to save you. Even if you didn't ask me to. I got to. Because I'm sure God is checking off the list. Look at what Titan did. Titan saved her. Titan saved him. Titan went out his way to make sure that they were good. Titan even kept up with them for 10 years. Titan kept up with them for 8 months when they said it was only going to be a couple of days. Titan gave them money after money after money after money. Even though they treat Titan the way that they treat Titan, Titan is still doing. Because Titan is trying to have that salvation. Titan is trying to be. Titan is trying to love. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. But because I have been conditioned to believe that this is God's work, this is what I'm supposed to do, I'm always picking it up. Because there was a void in my life that I didn't believe that I deserved. That I didn't believe that I should be here. That I wasn't worthy. Right? And all along, I deserve. I'm worthy. I'm supposed to be here. This is my life. So then no becomes my answer. Well, that's good. Well, I'm sorry that you went through that. I'm sorry that those things are in your life like that, but I'm sure that it's going to work out. Here's a couple of things that you could possibly do that I know of. You know what I'm saying? That I know of. But I didn't pick it up. You feel me? I helped. My grandma used to say a long handle spoon. Once you done me wrong, I'm not finna play with you like that. I'm not finna go and do nothing like that. That's not what I'm about to do. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Raising Cane. Good morning. Raising Cane said, good morning. You were on my FYP. You have such kind eyes. Thank you so much. I like, I like a little something. You know what I'm saying? Ra Royale said, growing up, I always heard the saying, you're supposed to help others along the way. And that's what we grew up to do. Exactly. Elbow said, those are our expectations. They didn't ask, Captain Saver. That part, indeed. Thank you so much, Kane, for the hearts and things like that. Raising Kane, thank you so much. This is what we are always doing. So our topic this morning is, if you don't want it, don't pick it up. And a lot of times what we do is, and y'all, I'm so glad that I've been coming across everybody's FYP this morning. This is good. Y'all keep on, come on in. We like to have a good time and do what we do, right? And y'all tap the middle of that screen and blow that hearts up over there. I see y'all over there. Good morning. Good morning. Somebody said, hi, David. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Victoria said self-love. Okay, good morning. Good morning, y'all. So if you don't want it, don't pick it up. So what I was doing throughout my life is that I kept picking it up because that's what I believed, right? I believed that I had to keep picking it up. I believed that I had to keep doing for others in order for me to have my salvation. And that's bad. That's bad that somebody told me at one point that I would never see, that I would never be, that I would never have. You with me? That stayed with me. It stayed with me for a long time. And then now I'm here, I'm older, and I'm still trying to please. I'm still trying to do. I'm still trying to go forward. You with me? And we don't have. And we don't have. I kept picking it up, and it wasn't good for me. I kept picking it up, thinking that it was going to change my life and it was going to make my life better. And 7 out of 10 times, it made my life worse. But I stayed with it because I picked it up. This is what was supposed to happen because I picked it up. They never asked me to pick it up, but I picked it up and I didn't want it. Have you ever ordered something because somebody else said that it was good? You see them over there munching. Ooh, this is so good. And then you get it and take a bite out of it and you're like, this is nasty as crap. That's the thing right there, right? But because you don't want to say nothing to them or you don't want to tell them that their recommendation was not good for you, what do? You continue eating it. You continue pretending that it was great, that it was good. You continue going forward, even though it is nasty, about to make you upchuck and do all of this. You keep going. You keep going. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that we have been conditioned to keep going. You ever had an issue in your life to where you know it's been time for you to get rid of it? It's been time for you to take out the trash. That time has come again and again and again. And then you understand when you hit rock bottom. People always say, the saying is, you'll know it when you hit rock bottom, right? But that's because you started off with this thing that you picked up, and it was only supposed to be for a short period of time. Now it's been in your life long term. And you don't know how to get rid of it because you were not supposed to pick it up in the beginning. Know the red flags. Know what's going on. Know where you are. But beyond all of that, know that you got to be honest with yourself. Why am I constantly picking these things up? And I know I don't want them. It's like you go into Walmart, right? Or you go into Target, or you go into these stores, Costco, all these, and you go in there for one item and you come out with 10. Or you go in there to buy something that's $10 and you then spend $100. What we do is we pick up things because we feel that we need them. Then when you are packing all of that stuff to the car, when you get home and you understand that I didn't even need this. Why did I even go to Walmart in the beginning? Because I just wanted to do something. I wanted to do something. And I felt that I had to. So I'm in Walmart pushing the basket. La, 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 la. I don't need this over here, but I want it, right? Because now it's in front of me. Now, oh, you know what? I could do this. Oh, this would be good. This would be that. And 9 times out of 10, the things that you pick up, you don't even use. You may use 2 of them, but the other 8 to 10 things that you picked up, you didn't even need. Now they're just sitting there, an eyesore, collecting dust, being something that you didn't. Now you got to throw them away. And how many times have you walked past those things, right? And just think about this mentally, right? How many times have you walked past those things knowing you need to throw them away, but you let them sit there? You let them sit there until they become a nuisance, until they become something other than what it was when you first picked it up. Instead of you saying, no, I don't need this. I'm not going to do this because last time I helped you out, this is what you did. Last time you treated me like crap. Last time you didn't even like me like that. You even told me out your own mouth that you didn't want my help. You told me that I offered you the help, but you didn't need my help. And you're right. First time, shame on you. Second time, it was a shame on me because I should have known better. But there will not be a third time. It will not be a third time. That I know. If you're going to pray for them, pray for yourself. If you're going to pick them up, pick yourself up. If you're going to love them through it all, love yourself through it all. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. And what I mean by that is that if you don't want it, you already know what it is. And you know you don't want it. When they show you who they are, believe them. When they show you their true colors, believe them. When they treat you like crap, believe them. So back to the story. She says, well, I can't do that because now they don't do this and they don't do that and this and this. And I said, well, who's paying all the bills? Who's doing everything that they need to? Who? You. But you don't want to tell them the truth? You don't want them to know and understand? You don't want them to get the picture? But you're going to suffer. You're going to continue to suffer. You're going to continue to be there for them and to do what you're doing for them, even though they have been mean and nasty and just having the unmitigated gall to treat you like crap when you're the only one that's helping them. Hey, the King. King said, good morning, Positive King. Good morning. I like that. Good morning, Positive King. Okay. YYL said, exactly. Always getting more than what I needed. That part. Okay. YYL said, no, sir. I'm not pretending. I'm going to tell you the truth. And that's it. But what we do is we want to tell people the truth, right? But we don't want to tell ourselves the truth. We don't want to tell ourselves that we are to blame, that we are responsible for this. We don't want to say that to ourselves. How can I be wrong? How can I be wrong? Right? How can I be wrong when I'm right? This is what I was supposed to do. I can't be wrong. There's no way that I'm wrong. I shouldn't be wrong. No. Let's be honest. Titan, you brought this to your doorstep. You picked it up and brought this into your life. You could have said no. You could have turned around and walked away. You could have took another route. Or you could have just walked right on past. right? Not mean or nasty, but real. Let me offer you a couple of words of encouragement. And if this is put on my heart to do, then I will do it. But I'm just not doing it for the sake of. I'm not doing it to save me. You feel me? They need to figure out why the other person's peace is more important than theirs. Come on, Willie. Come on. And you think about it. Why is their peace so important to you when you don't have peace in your own life? You don't have it. So what are you doing? And we go back to that thing. So I'm going to go back to it. Those deacons and that pastor told me all those years ago that because I am who I am, that I would never see God, and that God doesn't like people like me, a black gay man who is HIV positive. They didn't tell me all of that back then, but because I was black and gay back then, they knew that I was different. This is what was said to me. And that I can never see God. This is not what God wants. So I held on to that because these were men, grown men, telling a child that. So I carried that for my life. I carried that. I wanted to do God's work because I had been told that the only thing, the great thing, the only thing that could ever happen was that I get to heaven. That was the end goal. It was my salvation. That's how I was raised. Y'all with me? Church, Bible study, vacation Bible school, right? Sunday school, right? The young deacons board, the choir, everything that I could do so that I could get closer to God. And then they tell me that I will never see God because I'm a black boy that's gay. No, their words were, stop doing what you're doing. It's against God. I don't even know what I was doing. I thought I was like every other child, every other kid, until they told me differently. So all my life, until I realized who I was and what I was, and that my salvation, right, was already mine to have. I wasn't living in my own truth. I helped hundreds of people, probably thousands of people. I helped because that's what I was supposed to do. And most of the time I was out. Most of the time I didn't have, but I kept pushing and pushing because I wanted to see God. I wanted to be with God because that's where I was supposed to be. And I'm not saying that I won't be, right? But think about telling a child that the child is just living their life. And then all of a sudden the child is mean and the child, no, not mean, but the child is nasty and demonic and not right. What does that do to a child? It sends them on a pathway, on a trajectory that they cannot come back from because they don't have it. And instead of somebody explaining it to the child, they tell the child, no, this is what you're supposed to do. You don't understand. You're too young. You don't know. You don't have. So now the child goes throughout life picking up things that they don't want because they feel they need them to have salvation. Now, I don't know who this is for this morning, but whoever you are right here, this is for you, but it's also for me. There is a child, either inner or a child out here that you know that is searching and picking up things because they don't know any better. They think they have to pick it up in order for them to live and survive. They think they have to pick it up in order for their parents and their loved ones to love them, truthfully love them. They think they have to pick it up in order for them to get to God. which everybody has told them that they're never going to get to God because they are Black, gay, and HIV positive. And we can separate them out, right? We can separate them out. We don't have to put them all together, but those are my intersections. I was told in the church. I was told in the military. I was told in my family. I was told in my friends, quote unquote. I was told, right, in my job. I was told all of these things. So now when people come and say, well, Titan, why didn't you say anything? Well, Titan, why didn't you do this? I'm not talking to you. You were part of those people. You were part of that group. You were part of that thing that told me I should not be. Now, y'all, I know people can change. Sometimes you got to go through some things to understand what it is that you have done in your past. And I get that. But I want to tell you this person that I'm talking to out there, and I'm talking to myself as well, there is no room, time out for that. I don't have any qualms with telling you no. I don't have any qualms with telling you who I am and standing by that. I don't have any qualms with letting you know that you don't run this. So I'm not going to pick it up because I don't want it. I already know what it feels like. I have seen it. I have felt it. I've heard it. I don't want it. So I'm not about to pick it up. And I don't care how much you say that I need to pick it up. Because if I want salvation, I got to pick it up. That's a no for me. That is not my ministry. You do what you do. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry to hear that. That's what it is. Here's a couple of things you can do. Here are some resources, and you go get it. I'm done. I'm done. Because if I can't do it for myself, how in the heck am I going to do it for you? But I'm doing it for you, but I can't do it for myself. I can't even have my own salvation because of my childhood trauma. I can't even have my own life and live it and do what I need to do because I picked up something that I didn't want, but I felt I needed it in order to get to my salvation. And it's been attached to me for 20, 30 years. And now I'm at a point in my life to where I'm saying, I got to loose this. I have to let it go because I didn't want it in the first place. But the false narrative that I needed it was in the forefront. So I'm trying to help everybody because in order for me to get to heaven, in order for me to see my Savior, in order for me to be saved and to do all those things, I got to help you. I got to be Captain Saver, even when I don't want to be. Because my salvation was something I yearned for. I grew up in the church and they told me that was the only way that I was ever going to be pure and good. And this is not an attest to whatever your religion or your thought process is or your ideology, whatever that may be. I'm not trying to change anybody. I'm using I statements. This is what I did. And I didn't want it. And I picked it up. And not only that, I picked it up again and again and again and again. I'm going to be Captain Saver. I picked it up 20 times over when I already knew what it was going to do to me. I already understood how it came in. First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. It was a 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time. But I wanted to be saved. I wanted to be loved. I wanted to get to heaven. So I picked it up. And I picked it up. And I picked it up. Pick it up, pick it up. That's what I was doing. I told this individual, this person, that I don't ever want you to think that I'm coming at you sideways, that I'm telling you to just be numb and don't do. What I am saying to you is that you are worthy of love, life, and laughter, and you are worthy of peace in your life. Have peace for yourself first. Make sure that your cup is full first. And when it starts to overflow, then you give. Then you pick it up. Because at that point, you can want it. right? You don't need it when your cup is half full, or when your cup is almost empty, or when you're at 20%. You don't need it then. But you want it because somewhere down the road, somebody told you the only way, and this is me talking, the only way, Titan, is that you're going to get to heaven is that you help, blood, sweat, and tears. Don't ask no questions. Get walked on, get stomped on, get treated like hell. That's the way that you're going to get there. And I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Okay? All right, y'all. Look, I'm going to go ahead and get it. I got a couple of comments. Let me see what we have here. Dreamer said, I'm so sorry that was said to you. Thank you, Dreamer. Sometimes we have to be real with what, it hurt, right? But sometimes you got to be understanding about where these things come from, because 9 times out of 10, the trauma that you experience now in your life was not something that just happened yesterday. It was something that happened many years ago. And you didn't even know it was trauma, because in that context, in that time, in that moment, it was what was said to you that was okay at that point, right? Y'all know how it is now. There are certain things that you cannot say to me that you used to be able to say to me, and then we good. Oh no, don't. Why are you talking out the side of your neck to me like that? Watch your mouth, mind your words, right? I didn't understand that I didn't have to be beaten down, downtrodden, used and abused in order to have my salvation, in order to have my peace. And what I know now is that I'm on purpose. I am here. I am not a mistake. I'm supposed to be here. I am worthy. So for that, I am thankful. But I don't want it, so I'm not going to pick it up. I have choices. I have a multiple choice answer for a question. I don't have to give you one answer if I don't want to. But let me tell you something. No is a complete sentence. No. Period. I'm done. And I don't have to feel no kind of way about it. So get in the practice of saying no. But what I want you to do is understand where you are when you say no. Understand why you are saying no. And it doesn't have to be a no. It don't have to be that. It could just be no. No, I'm good. I'm okay. Well, yeah, here's what you can do. Here are some resources. And you go ahead and you do that. Well, you can't do it for me? No. I've given you the resources. Now you go out and fly. I'm done. People will use you until you tell them no. People will use you until you tell them to stop. Y'all saw how I said stop. They will tell you, you got to put the P on the end. Stop. They will use you. They will push you. They will drag you until you tell them stop. I don't need you for my salvation. I don't need you for my healing. What I need is to be honest with myself. Why am I here? What am I doing here? Why am I trying to save you again? Again. Why? Now that's the hard truth. That's the hard truth. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how we do. It's Titan in the Morning every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all come and see me. Like, follow, subscribe, and share. I see a lot of people said that on TikTok. I was on the FYP this morning. I'm hoping that it keeps going and going and going. Y'all tap the middle of that screen and blow those hearts up for me. Let me know. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Insta. X, because it's not Twitter anymore. Show me some thumbs up. Show me some hearts. Show me some love. Podbean, y'all show me some love over there and do. I love what y'all are doing for me. Thank you so much for all the hearts. Radio, Chuck, thank you all so much. Yes, indeed. I appreciate you. Okay. Yes, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate all of that. Look, sometimes what we do is that we truly don't understand that we are picking it up and we don't need it. Just like junk, just like trash. When you first picked it up, it wasn't trash. But after you have used it or it has used you, then it becomes something that needs to be thrown out. And God forbid that it has a stench to it, because it's going to let you know it. Oh, something is rotten. Something is wrong up in here. I can smell it. You feel me? If you don't want it, don't pick it up. And think about what happens when you pick it up. Now, I don't want to tell you don't be on your mission. Don't go on your sabbatical. Don't do that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is be honest with yourself. Be truthful with yourself, right? Understand what your purpose is so that you know who to curb or not, right? You know who to bob and weave. You got to bob and use your weave. You have to know these things. But know who you are. Know that God didn't make a mistake. Know that you are worthy. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. The last time you didn't want it, so why are you going to pick it up again? And this is what I said to the person that I was talking to. Love, live, do, and be. But be real with yourself. How many times have you picked it up and you didn't want it? Well, of course you had to pick it up because it's still at your house. It's still there. It's still in your life. It's still causing havoc. It's still tripping and flipping and doing all of these things. So you picked it up again, even though you know that they used and abused you the last time. Oh, I'm sorry. They used and abused you the last 3 times. I'm sorry. They used and abused you the last 10, 15 times. And you still picking it up. All right, y'all, look. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. I need y'all to come see me every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's Titan in the morning. I love y'all for free. Now, if nobody told you yesterday, if nobody told you today, nobody told you last week, last month, or last year, I want to tell you that I love you right where you're at in this moment. I love you right where you're at in this moment. You will have other moments, but you will not have this moment. So I want you to take your hands, your arms, and if you can't do it physically, do it mentally, emotionally, spiritually, however you have to do it, right? I want you to take your arms and I want you to wrap them around you and hug yourself real tight, right? And I want you to repeat these words to yourself. I want you to repeat these words to yourself as I repeat the words to me, right? Titan, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Titan, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Flaws and all. You will have other moments, but you will not have this moment. I'm not thinking in the future. I'm not thinking in the past. I'm talking about right now in this moment. I love you exactly where you are. I love you. Look into your computer, look into your phone, look into the mirror, look to the ceiling, to the floor, to the skies above, to the seas deep down into the galaxy. And let you know, and let the world know that you love yourself right where you're at in this moment. Wild Royale, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Elbow, just met you today. I love you right where you're at in this moment. Frenchie, I love you right where you're at in this moment. The King, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Willie, I love you right where you're at in this moment. The Dreamer, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Victoria, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Raising Cain, I love you right where you're at in this moment. I don't even know who this is right here, but I think it's Earl. I love you right where you're at in this moment. Let's see. Who else did we have? This one. Translate, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Jessica, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Let's see. Who else did we have? Linda, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Lovely, I love you right where you're at in this moment. David, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Let's see. Come on in. Let me see who. Sharam, I love you right where you're at in this moment. I don't know if your comment was meant to be funny or not, whatever it was, but I love you right where you're at in this moment. D, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Lucy, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Ladiva, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Sean, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Iceberg, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Let's see who else did I have in here this morning. Beyondre, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Yvette, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Grizz, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Baby, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Let's see. Yes, all of you all, I love you right where you're at in this moment. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for doing what you do. If you don't want it, don't pick it up, right? But pick up the love for yourself and love yourself where you are in this moment. In this moment. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love it. Until next time, y'all be good, right? Y'all come see me on Thursday. I got you. I got you. Yes. That part right there. Indeed. Y'all take care.